I'm going to show you the entire Call of Duty timeline, so let's get into it. So, first up are the World War II games, and these can be connected to any timeline, and there's multiple timelines. It includes Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty, the first Call of Duty Finest Hour, Call of Duty for the N-Gage, Call of Duty United Defense, Call of Duty 2, Big Red One, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty World War II, and Call of Duty Vanguard. And all of these are World War II games, so they can really take place in any timeline. And those are all the World War II games, so I'm going to go to the next one. Next series is the Black Ops series. And the first game is World at War, which is a World War II game, but because it has characters that are in the Black Ops series, it doesn't connect. But that game takes place during World War II, an American and Russian campaign. And then there's also a DS version, and all the DS versions kind of take place at the same time. They're just like almost different missions, but they're like at the same battles and whatnot, so it's kind of cool. Okay, next up is Black Ops 1, and that takes place in 1968, I believe. It kind of jumps around, but it's around the 60s from the Vietnam War, and there also is a DS version of it. And it also is the first, no, not the first game. World at War is the first game to include zombies, which is pretty cool. But I'm not going to get to that timeline because that's way too confusing. Or at least not yet. Okay. Next up will be Black Ops Cold War. And Black Ops Cold War actually had some connections to the new Modern Warfare games, so that's pretty cool. So it connects to the newer Modern Warfare games. And that takes place during the Cold War, so like 80s and whatnot. So, on to the next game, and that game is Modern Warfare 2019. It's kind of like a remake of the old game, like, not like a remastered, but like a full-on remake, kind of like how Friday the 13th got a remake, where they're totally different. And then there's Modern Warfare 2, which came out in 2022, and that's where it takes place. But yeah, Okay, I kind of made it more confusing than it is. But then this next game, which will be Black Ops 2, that takes place in the year 2025. It does have flashback missions to the 80s, but most of the campaign takes place in 2025. And yeah, and to the next game. Next game is Black Ops 4, which actually takes place before Black Ops 3, surprisingly. So I found that pretty cool. But it's mostly a multiplayer-only game. But you can play little side missions as, like, the operators and whatnot. So they're kind of like little character stories. And then there's Black Ops 3 campaign. And that takes place, like, way in the future. I don't know exactly when. But it takes place in the future. And it's the last Black Ops game in the series, unless you count the other ones. Now back to the Modern Warfare series. So all the World War II games do connect to it. I don't know about Vanguard because Cold War did have a little reference to Vanguard, but otherwise all the other ones should. So the first one is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare after the World War II games, and there's a DS version alongside of that. And then next will be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Again, that also has a DS release and takes place in like 2010s-ish, so yeah. Okay, next will be Modern Warfare 3. And again, this one also has another DS release. So we got that, and again takes place in the 2010s. And then that's the end of the Modern Warfare series. And then these World War II games connect to these ones that I'm going to tell you about right now. So there's Call of Duty Ghosts, which may or may not be connected after Modern Warfare, because there's a character named Ghost, and he's like in a ghost squad or whatever. But it will not connect to the Black Ops series, but it could connect to the Modern Warfare series. Nobody knows for sure, so It might. Otherwise, it's alone. And then there is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which, again, we don't know if it's connected to the Modern Warfare games, and if it is, then maybe Ghost is, and it could be connected to that, but again, we don't know for sure. But Advanced Warfare could also be connected to Black Ops 3. I mean, well, it could take place in between Black Ops 4 and 3, or else it's 4 and 2, I can't remember. But, again, a bunch of question marks there, because I do not know for sure. Yeah, could take place in between Black Ops 2, okay. And then there's Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is going to be the next one. And that game takes place in the way future, which could take place after some of the Black Ops games. It could take place after Black Ops 3, but we don't know for sure. And it could be connected to all the Modern Warfare games, but we do not know for sure. They do have Warfare in the name, so it could be connected. But all those games could be standalone or connected. We just don't know. But if they are standalone games, you can connect the World War II games to them, because the World War II games take, still historically accurate to the other Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare. So, there's all that stuff. So, that's the entire timeline for Call of Duty, Black Ops, and Modern Warfare, plus the extras. Please like and subscribe, and goodbye.